The You Are. Introduction. A book begins. It's said that as a child, Wolfgang Mozart killed another boy by slamming his head in a piano. Don't worry, my research for this book has proven this claim untrue. As your heart rate settles, though, consider the power an author, which we'll refer to as me, can hold over a reader, heretofore called you. But what, indeed, is you? How can you mean different things to millions of readers around the vast earth? And perhaps most importantly, who are you? I'm not asking out of mere politeness, for you, my friend, are no mere consumer of this book, sucking down nouns and adverbs like a plump babe to the teat. In fact, your relationship to this work is far more intimate and profound. You are its subject. The gentle snow of dandruff I sense dusting the pages informs me that you're scratching your head. Hold the phone, you scoff aloud. Me? I'm the subject of Dr. Ricken's new book? Yeah, right. In my dreams, maybe. You stand and go to the vanity, examining your humble visage in the mirror. Could it really be? Could you be the focus of a work of literature read by millions of readers around the vast earth? Are you interesting enough? Cool enough? Clever enough? Sexy enough? Wealthy enough? Elegant enough? Are you, well, enough? Consider, yes. But here I am crooning your praises when we've not properly met. I, as you likely know, am Dr. Rickon Laszlo Hale, Ph.D. I am an author, reductive as the term may be, a healer, an archer, a writer, a gadfly, a reformed nomad, a husband, and, at the time of writing, a terrified, soon-to-be father. I am the youngest son of renowned performance artists Bob and Grace Hale, known collectively as Hump Dumpster, though I have sought for decades to distinguish myself from their intellectual shadow. I am a friend to birds, the earth, the ants, the elderly, the destitute, and the upset. You are somewhat trickier to define. After all, you're one of potentially billions of humans who purchased this tome, who may be reading this exact sentence at this exact moment. So which of these innumerable readers are you? The answer, like the gentle and malign tyrannosaur, can only be found by gazing into the past. Recall for a moment when you first picked up this book. How did you feel as your eager eyes fell to the page, only to be accosted by a gruesome, paradigm-shattering, and again untrue fact about beloved songwriter Wolfgang Mozart? Statistically, your reaction almost certainly fell into one of five categories, and figuring out which one is deeply instructive in determining your you. First, perhaps you simply stopped reading. Fearing the sting of revelation, you hurled the book into the wastebin and fled outside to bury your head in the sand like a duck. These are the actions of the coward. If you fall into this category, congratulations. You are no longer reading this book, and my ideas cannot hurt you. If you are a housemaid or butler who has fished the book from amidst your employer's rubbish, please know that you work for a milk-livered swoon to whom you owe no continued fealty. Trust me, my fellow servant, you'd be better off a beggar. Others among you may have met the news with fury. To hell with Mozart, you bellowed. I'll buy an even bigger piano and do the same to him. In your rage, you fail to realize Mozart has been dead for centuries. You are the warrior, impulsive and volatile. You have come to this book seeking respite from your own fire. By contrast, perhaps your instinct was to defend the young maestro. He was a sensitive child, you cooed, and I bet the other boy teased him for his name. These sentiments mark you as the dove. Peaceful to a fault, you prioritize amity over your justice and vehemently avoid tumult. Of course, you are likely not a literal dove, though studies do suggest that birds can read and understand up to 500 words. Fourth, if you quickly went to work committing your feelings on the matter to the page, then you may be the scribe. The rarest type of person, you cannot help but weave your thoughts into splendid prose, for which society rewards you with acclaim. You may have already won several prestigious awards and are likely considered charismatic and dashing by your peers. Finally, it's possible you've never heard of Mozart at all. Perhaps you've spent this whole introduction in self-conscious dread, wondering how this cultural touchstone has eluded your knowledge. To this I say, nothing is wrong with you. You are not stupid, nor rube-like, nor corn-fed. You have come into this book an innocent, teeming with beauteous potential. You are the Vestal, and in your absence of knowledge there is room for wisdom. You are, in fact, the you I most affectionately welcome on this journey. At this point, I urge you to write down your you type on a scrap of paper and affix it to your vanity, as it will prove important over the course of this book. Be you the coward, the warrior, the dove, the scribe, or the vestal, I welcome you upon this journey with equal affection. We've taken but the first step in discovering which unique and beautiful you are.